In our childhood, we all wish we had some magical power. Our today's story is also about some such special people. In the beginning of the story, we see the youngest daughter of the royal family of Illyria, Samantha. Despite being born in a royal family, she was not treated like a princess. On the other hand, her elder sister Eleanor gets everything at once. The situation got worse when Sam's father, who was also the king there, died in a plane crash with his brother. After his death, Sam's mother Catherine ruled the country. And a few weeks later, when Eleanor will be 18 years old, she will be made a queen after her mother. Sam was never considered a part of that family. Living her life like a common man, she could roam with anyone. One of them was a boy named Mike. In the country, against the tyranny, Sam and Mike did a performance of rock music on the road, from which the police also reached there with a crowd of people. Sam tried to distract the police with his skateboard, but due to a collision with a traffic sign, the police caught him. When he was brought home, he told his mother that the people of the country are unhappy with the government. But Catherine clearly refused to believe this. The next morning, she met Roxana in school, who was the second daughter of a royal family like her. She was a quiet girl who was often lost in herself. Roxana loved to do live streaming, which made her famous. After that, we see a high-security jail where the prisoner number 34 got a capacitor from his cell, which he put in a device and opened the neck cuff tied around his neck. As soon as he did this, all his powers came back to him, and he broke the jail's door with the same powers and left from there. Here Sam and Mike were in the practice of their music concert. Mike asked Sam to go with him to a concert and she agreed. Then he was surprised when Sam smelled garlic from his mouth, which he had eaten 2 days ago. That night, while attending the party before becoming Eleanor's queen, Sam remembered that he had promised to go to a party with Mike. She lied to her mother at the same time and left from there and reached the club. But because they didn't have ID cards, they were stopped outside the club. Then he saw the workers going in through the back door. And I don't know how Sam put his password's address far away. Mike was surprised to see all this again. In the middle of the party, Sam started hearing all the voices around him. He even heard the heartbeat of a small insect. He suddenly became restless and rang the fire alarm, because of which the party was shut down and the police arrested both of them again. After a while, both of their families were called and left. Catherine decided to send Sam to school even in the summer holidays to punish Sam for lying. Here, prisoner number 34 calls his partner and praises his Apple idea. He says that Catherine had put him in jail. He was waiting for his next step and he was also looking at Sam. The next day, he met a girl named January in school who told him that her father and Sam's uncle were friends. In the class, Matthew, Tuma and Roxana were also sitting. After a while, Professor James told him that because of being the second child of the royal family, they all have a unique power since childhood, which they have not even guessed yet. And this time, during the summer holidays, they will be prepared for the secret society. Sam was surprised to see his mother Catherine as the head of the secret society program. Catherine told everyone that this secret society was made to fight all the dangers that came to the king or queen. But if any of them could not pass this test, their memory would be erased, so that they don't remember their powers. In his first training, he had to reach a pyramid while there were laser weapons in the whole room. As soon as Tuma moved forward, he was attacked on one side. Gradually, everyone started moving forward and began to know about their powers. Roxana had the power to disappear. Tuma could control people with his power. And on the other side, Sam could hear and see the finest things. Because of this, she was passing the test very fast compared to everyone else. But all the students failed in their first test. After that, in January, he found out that he had the power to touch others and steal their powers for a while. And Matthew could control the insects. The next day, everyone was given exercises to control them according to their powers. Sam was taken to a room full of speakers and told to listen carefully. Tuma was given the task of controlling a dog named Charlie. Matthew was given the task of controlling the insects. On the other side, Roxana had to learn how to use her powers in snow and rain. January had to learn how to breathe under the water of Anna with the help of her powers. James deliberately made Sam eat poisonous food to test the children. After that, January gave Sam his apple to eat. That night, Mike's father saw him calling Sam. And for some reason, He asked Sam to stay away from Sam. The next day, Sam went to meet her mother, who showed her an underground headquarters. There were a lot of precious things lying there, one of which was a DNA-based nano device, which targeted people with DNA like one. Catherine told her some ways to control her powers. After that, all the children, except Roxana, had gained control over their powers. Only Roxana was not able to move forward. So James threatened her to go live in such scattered hair. And as soon as she heard this, Roxana used her powers and disappeared. These are the girls. It doesn't matter if the queen is killed or lost her memory. But you shouldn't post a picture of dirty hair on Instagram. Now all the students were beginning to fully recognize their powers. And James was very happy to see this. That night, Sam had to go to a concert with Mike. But then James picked everyone up and gave them orders to go on their first mission, which was to save a precious thing from being stolen. On reaching the place, Sam used his powers to find the thief. And then everyone followed him and caught him. But in reality, he was not a thief but a January coach. And this was just done to distract him. They all failed in their second mission as well. And James was very angry to see this. And he cancelled the next day's class. Sam apologized to Mike for not coming to the concert. But she couldn't tell him the truth. What's going on with him? And with this, poor Mike was upset. The next day, everyone made a plan to go out for a holiday. And in the meantime, January and Sam became good friends. Sam even invited her to his house. The two friends sneaked into his house and went to the studio, where Sam told January that his father loved him so much that he turned the whole tower into a studio for him. Then Mike came there and saw Sam having fun without him. He got upset and left. After a while, prisoner number 34 suddenly attacked them all. And before running away from there, he called Sam a snowflake, which Sam caught because only his father called him a snowflake. James told everyone to stay calm. But Sam ran after prisoner number 34 without listening to him. And he found him in the jungle where James was badly injured trying to save Sam. He told Sam that he was his Uncle Edmund. But before he could tell her anything else, January came there and gave him a powerful punch with stolen powers. She took Sam and Professor James from there, whose condition was so delicate that he had to be hospitalized. Catherine had to give up and tell her daughter the whole truth. She told that Edmund had killed her father to become a king. And because of that crime, Catherine had locked him in a high-security jail. Sam went to meet his uncle in jail, where Edmund told him that he actually wanted to end the tyranny in the country so that everyone can live equally. He first thought that his brother would take some change after becoming a king, but even after waiting for a long time, no change came. So he killed him with a stone on his heart. After that, he met his elder sister, who made him believe that after becoming a queen, she will definitely bring change in this country. He trusted his sister, and everyone else was ready to take care of his security in Eleanor's coronation. That night, Sam went to the hospital and met James, and he apologized to James. On the day of the coronation, the people of all the royal families of the world reached there. Tuma was not able to use his powers that day because his powers were stolen by January, and she quietly reached the underground headquarters. She went there and gave orders to the guards to leave Edmund. And we know that there was no one else on the phone with Edmund but January. They had met from the beginning. Then he went back and told his friends to follow him and locked them in the cell. But Matthew told Sam everything with the help of a fly. Sam used his powers to find Edmund and started following him. Here the Queen's coronation had begun, and Edmund reached there and fitted a nano device which will kill all those people who have royal blood in them. Sam had found out that January was coming after him. She ran to Mike's house and asked him for help. Mike refused at first, but when Sam told him his secret, he agreed. The two then caught January first, who agreed that she is supporting Edmund so that he can rule. After that, they left everyone else and made a plan to fight against Edmund together. Edmund believed that people would get real freedom only after the end of the royal family. Sam, Tuma and Rexona distracted him and brought him to a room where a device was already fitted which weakened Edmund's powers. Mike reprogrammed the nano device which trapped Edmund inside it. On the other hand, the royal coronation was completed without any problem, and now Eleanor is the queen of the country. Sam, Rexona, Tuma and Matthew were accepted into the secret society. After Professor James recovered, Catherine told the new queen about the secret society. The queen promised that the people of Elira will be given a chance to make a government along with the Tanashahi so that everyone can live in complete freedom. Suddenly, everyone was informed that January has escaped from the jail and now all of them will have to catch her. So if you get a chance to choose, which superpower will you choose? Do let us know in the comments.